We often bring you stories of medical inventions and breakthroughs, but it takes years before these inventions are available to the public. Today, an example of a made-in-Alberta device that's now literally in the hands of the people who need it. CBC's Brandy Yanchek is at the Glenrose Hospital and has the story for us. Brandy.
Mark, the CBC covered this story in 2009 when the rehabilitation tool ReJoyce was in its clinical trials. Today, it's a success story that's changing people's lives. In 2009, CBC interviewed Thorsby resident Ginny Bachman, paralyzed after injuring her spinal cord in an accident. She was part of a clinical trial for a new rehabilitation tool. ReJoyce was designed to help patients like Ginny regain their hand, arm, and shoulder skills.
The first time I went in, they put on the electrodes on your arm, and all of a sudden my hand opened. And I was like, I like that.
The ReJoyce joystick's spring-loaded arm enabled Ginny to play customized video games that improved her range of motion. After using it, she was even able to water her plants at home. 3 years and other clinical trials later, the tool is even better and now available to clinics for people like stroke victim Steve Rodden.
Like before, I used to hesitate. I'd look at something and my arm wouldn't do it right away. Now it's more, it responds faster. I feel a heck of a lot better than I used to.
Andy Prohaska is one of the developers of ReJoyce, which his father and another doctor invented at the University of Alberta. He describes it as a clinic in a box because it helps patients who can't leave their home to do their rehabilitation therapy sessions there.
In addition to using it in the hospital, you can also send a ReJoyce home with a patient and then supervise them over the internet. So for an hour a day for 6 weeks, a patient can meet with their therapist online.
The inventors say they started offering ReJoyce to clinics in January, and it's become so popular they just can't keep up with demand. It's especially popular in China, Singapore, Thailand, and Korea. Mark?
Thanks, Brandy. The CBC's Brandy Yanchek at the Glenrose Hospital.